I said, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. I said, hey, welcome to the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're gonna drink a fine whiskey and smoke a really fine cigar.
It is time for Happy Hour, the Man Cave Happy Hour. Whiskey, cigars, spirits, the stories that go along with it. Strategically covering the label. I'm Jamie Flanagan.
I am the very intrigued Matt Fox.
And this is the Man Cave Happy Hour. We're down at the Detroit Shipping Company.
Yes.
It is a gorgeous, gorgeous day in the city, in the Podcast Detroit studios.
You know, we spent most of the day inside, unfortunately, but now we're able to be out in public, you know, God willing, and they actually let us in public.
I was drunk in a bar. You threw me in public.
Downtown Detroit Shipping Company, 33 shipping containers.
They have a bus. They have a bus bar.
It's the booze bus.
The booze bus. They got there's like this just if you're in the Metro Detroit area, something to check out. The Detroit Shipping Company. We're gonna just gush on this place, but in every city has got something cool happening in it. So wherever you are, go out and find the cool stuff happening. If you're in the Metro Detroit area. Shipping Company, Detroit downtown. We're on Peterborough, just north of Little Caesars by about a quarter mile,
in Midtown,
and just
baby.
right off of Woodward. And if you ever make a trip to the city, it's worth a pop in because the food is outstanding.
Correct.
And it's just I love like the rich flavors and things, and just things kicking in summertime. Normally we were junkies for the Thai food here at the Bangkok 96. And I was like, I want to try a little something different. And I jumped over to the Coop. There's a burger place. There's a dumpling place. There's Challah. It's New York street food.
Yep.
And then the Coop. And then there's the our friends at the coffee shop. Is it 360?
360 degrees.
Degrees coffee and ice cream. They do that
the nitrogen ice cream.
Nitrogen ice cream, yeah.
Yes.
It's so cool. So, if you find yourself in and around downtown for a sporting event, it's really close to all those.
It really is.
But some of the food was amazing. So we jumped into the Coop, and I got to tell you, it's now it's battle royale.
Yeah.
Between the Coop and the Thai food down here. Because it's just good stuff. And we had the ribs, and it's like I still got it in my mustache, and I'm not wiping it out because it tastes good every time I get a little lick of it.
Like the ribs falling off the bone.
That's a little gross, but I did wipe it out.
Well, like the ribs falling off the bone, when I tried it, I fell off my chair.
Yeah.
Because it was really, really good and just robust. So.
It is. So, and it's just, that's what I love, just the rich flavors of summertime in whatever city you're in. So find it, enjoy it, take some time and enjoy it with a friend.
There it is.
I love you, Matt Fox.
Aw. Dude, you haven't even drank anything yet.
I love you. I love you. So, but we've been in a small box together all day.
Pretty much.
We're launching another podcast studio.
Correct.
Here with the Podcast Detroit Ensemble and the like. And so we were outfitting the new studio. So if you follow the Man Cave on Facebook, you'll see some of the pictures there.
Yes.
So if you're hanging out, thanks for hanging out. Like, subscribe, follow. Whatever the significant connection is, wherever fine podcasts are given away.
Are sold. Given away?
Given away. They're give it away now. They're free.
Look at
They're
you,
free.
Mr. Red Hot Chili Pepper.
They're free.
All you have to do is like, subscribe,
or
follow, and if you're on Pandora, collect.
See,
So
it's always a little something
it's always
different.
different.
So, but join the party wherever you're at. Thank you for coming along on the ride. And so if the Man Cave on Facebook, if you tag us up on Facebook, you'll see pictures of that new studio unfolding, which we're having some fun doing.
And those that are watching us right now on the Facebook, stick around because Jamie's got a surprise.
I do. And they're talking about the rich flavors of summertime. So what's a summertime activity for you, Matthew?
For me, well, besides work, lawn work, honestly, there's a lot of things to do in the summertime.
Yeah.
Right? Whether you're with somebody, with your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, or if you're alone, there's always something to do.
There is. One of my favorite summer activities.
What's that?
Is camping.
Really?
And yeah,
Now, is it camping or glamping? Which way do you go?
what is glamping? How do you define glamping?
Glamping would be you have an air-conditioned type of a unit.
Yeah, no.
And we have the queen-size bed in it, and you got
Yes.
a DVD player and all that fun stuff. That's
All right.
glamping.
So Colleen and I, we have we'll camp, but we have a tent. It's like an 11-man tent. It's ridiculous
For 2 people?
yeah. But we have like a queen size blow up mattress, but it's on like how the folding chairs
Yeah.
are like the expandable things, right? So there's expandable base for it because I'm a fat dude, so and you lay that air mattress on the ground, and come morning, your butt, it's just the cold ground and the colder air,
Right.
and the air just kind of, it doesn't really seep out, but it just, the air pressure, like in the winter, you got to put air in your tires in your car because air pressure changes. So my butt's on the ground by morning, and then if you're getting up and getting out to go pee 5 times in the night, no, I don't do it, but if you're getting up, you really disturb your partner.
Yeah.
So. And I get up, and then she hits the ground, and
Right.
and then I get back in, and she flies 5 feet up in the air. So, with this expandable queen size, the fold out one, you're not crawling up off the ground, and so so we got this queen size thing. So we got like an old area rug, just it's an old Oriental rug, got at Gibraltar Trade Center when that still
Wow.
existed,
How old are you?
I know. Yeah, I know. And so we roll that out in the tent, and then we set up that. And on the other side, we got like 2 beach chairs, and
Nice.
there's like 2 little beach chairs and a little table. If it's rainy, we can sit in there and read, or
So you do camping.
So
That's
yeah,
camping.
yeah. So I mean, we got some comforts, and then we set up a second kitchen tent, and then it's we just
So the bears
we have
can't
some
get out?
fans. We have a fan. Well, not some fans. We have a fan just if it's too hot. So but that's camping. But some people are like, no, I'm laying on the ground and pooping in the woods, and that's rustic camping.
Right.
I am not about rustic camping.
No, thank you.
And so we were gonna go. We were like, all right, let's go camping, and no, in Michigan, everything after last year, because the whole state and the world was shut down last summer.
Everything was sold out.
Everything is like booked to high heaven, and so we didn't do the camping. But it's summertime is time for fun and flavor. And when you're camping,
Yes.
what goes well with the campfire?
Marshmallows. But real quick, to answer
Yeah.
your question, what do
Yeah.
I enjoy doing?
Oh yeah, what do you?
I love to swim.
Okay.
Long walks on the beach in the rain. I'm just kidding. No,
Do you like pina coladas?
no, but I could breathe through my ears. But no, honestly, swimming, going to the beach,
Yeah.
boating. I
Yeah.
love boating. Boating's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
And I haven't been able to get on a boat in the past couple of years. So. But that's one of my favorite summertime activities. Just sitting on the bow of a boat while someone else is driving, because
Yeah.
I don't have a license for that.
No.
So,
So
but yes, to answer your question, what goes well with campfires? Mm-hmm. Well, marshmallows,
and then s'mores.
s'mores. You got your graham crackers, your Hershey's chocolate. Yes, s'mores.
And
Why do you ask?
I came across this thing at the store.
Uh-oh.
And I was looking at it. Actually, I think it's pretty new, because I'm looking at it and I was like, oh my god, this is new. It's Michigan.
I'm trying to read.
And it's new.
I'm reading
Ugly Dog.
Ugly Dog.
Ugly Dog whiskey. Ugly Dog spirits. Ugly Dog spirits, because they do a lot of spirits.
Here.
And this is Ugly Dog s'mores. It's Kentucky. Kentucky. Does it say whiskey or bourbon? What's it say up front?
It says Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
Okay. So Ugly Dog has taken this ugly. Yep. So Ugly Dog has taken some Kentucky bourbon whiskey and have s'mored it out.
I'm curious as to how they infused it in that regard.
So I'm like, because everybody rages. The thing is right now is that peanut butter whiskey, the screwball. Everybody's using screwballs. And so Matt and I,
We've tried it.
if you followed along, you know that we DJ
Uh-huh.
weddings and parties and stuff like that. And one of the trends with weddings is to have a craft cocktail, a custom cocktail for the bride or groom or for the couple. And the last wedding I did, I don't know if it might have been the last one. Yeah, the last wedding I did. Let's go with that. The bride and groom had a special
Cocktail?
old fashioned.
Oh.
but it was what the hell did they call it? They named it after their dog,
Okay.
and it was made with the Screwball peanut butter whiskey. I don't like peanut butter. I like nuts. Plain peanuts at the ballpark.
I'm a pistachio guy personally, so I'm a legume. Give me a good legume.
Dry roasted, planters. Bring it on, right? Peanuts and candy bars are like M&M peanut M&Ms. Not so much, And peanut butter, no way. I just don't dig it.
Give me a PB&J any day of the week, buddy.
So yeah, when I was a kid, my mom would make jelly sandwiches because I didn't like peanut butter.
But I wasn't a big fan of the Screwball personally.
So yeah, I didn't try. I think if we tried it, I didn't try it because
we've tried it. We haven't.
I didn't try it. Oh,
I tried it here. We were here at the shipping company for a Whiskey in the Winter event back in 2019.
Yeah, and you tried that. I didn't.
And there was someone walking around. They had like chocolate, and inside of it was the Screwball.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like a Reese's thing.
Yeah.
So this ugly dog, I saw this on the shelf, and it said s'mores, and I'm like, it was a reasonably priced bottle. It was $23-24. And I'm like, let's give it a whirl. Let's see what this s'mores is like. And so I was like, well, what am I going to do with it? Are we going to drink it straight? I mean, that's what we will do because we always try things straight first.
Correct.
But I'm thinking this needs, I don't know if you had like a lot of over crushed ice, kind of like a frappe of some kind almost, how that would work. And then I was thinking about cocktails. So we're going to look at a cocktail, but we're talking about summer adventures. Do we want to continue on summer adventures?
Well, I actually have a list of things that you can do.
All right. So making s'mores, and we're going to do s'mores in just a minute. We're going to see what this bad boy tastes like in just a minute. But what can you do? What do you got there?
All right. So some of the things, there's actually 15 things listed here that you can do if you're alone on the 4th of July.
Okay.
Whether you're married and your spouse is in here or what have you. But if you're alone, here's a number of things that you can do. Number one.
For single people.
For single folks.
Okay.
That are alone over the 4th of July.
All right.
They don't have to be single, but
sure,
something they can do. So, number one, go to the movies.
Oh.
It's air conditioned.
Do you ever go to the movies by yourself?
No. I haven't gone to the movies by myself in, 46 years of living.
I do it all the time.
Do you?
Yeah, well, a couple of different ways. One, well, because, I'm a very, very famous media personality.
Okay. Yeah, well, yeah, I could see that.
No, but I am on the mailing list with a lot of other famous.
You and I did go and see The Craft.
Media personalities.
Yeah.
So there's a couple PR agencies in town that do the movie screenings.
Yep.
And I get the things. It's like, hey, and I'm like, I just got to respond and go. There was one this week that was The Purge, the new Purge movie.
Okay.
The Purge Unstoppable or something or. The Purge continuous.
Was there a train involved or something?
No. It's like there's no end of it, so it's a continuous whatever. I don't know, I guess that's the premise of it. But I was kind of like I should go see that. But anyway, I didn't. But I go to those often alone. Sometimes you can't bring a guest,
right?
Because it's like media only,
right?
And so I'll do those alone. But I'm not really alone because there's all these other media people there. And it's like, oh hey Blaine, oh hey,
Yeah.
Lee Thomas is there.
Yep.
The
Super Troopers 2. We that was another one that we had one too.
Yeah. So, but what was the last one I just saw? I just went Furious 9, F9.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, I went to see that, and that was like they showed that it was on the big screen. They played it on the big IMAX.
Yeah,
it was ginormous.
Yeah.
And
did you come out of there wanting to speed home?
Unless you count. Anyway, whatever. Yeah, I did. I drove very fast home. But so movies by myself, but all like on my birthday, right? Because I teach. And so in the summertime, I'm by myself. And, well, not really by myself, but I'm the only one not working. And so like on my birthday, a lot of time, I'll go see a movie. And it was funny because Star Trek had come out, the reboot of Star Trek, the first one of the reboot of the Star Trek
with
came
Chris
out.
Pine, yes.
And I go there and I'm watching it. It's not my birthday. I'm there by myself watching this movie. And the one of the opening scenes, right? He's there and he's in the bar and he gets in a fight and it's his birthday, right? and it's like I'm like, oh my God, we have the same birthday because I was there on my birthday. And I'm like, I wasn't even thinking. It took me like 3/4 of the way through the movie. I'm like, wait a second. If I had come to see this movie tomorrow, it still would have been his birthday, but it's no longer mine.
Right.
So maybe we don't have the same birthday. I told you that story. I tell you
you
this
this
story.
one.
So, all right. So, but these are. So go see a movie by yourself.
Go see a movie by yourself.
If you're rolling solo on the 4th, here are 15 things to do.
Right, we're not going to go through all 15, and this is all
Especially
coming
since
off of,
if we digress that far on each one, we're going to run out of tape.
and this is all on bustle.com, bustle, bustle.com. One of
Do
the
the
other
bustle.
Yeah, another one of the other ones listed here, Jamie.
Yeah.
Number 6, and you'll like this one. Dress up your pet. Dress them up in red, white, and blue.
Everybody but the pet will like it. Oh my God, that's my sister. Don't do that to your pets.
Here's another one.
We redact that comment.
Buy yourself a pricier beer.
Ooh.
Right? If
Yeah.
you normally go into the PBR and what have you, you know what? Step it up to the Miller Lite.
Yeah, that's it. Crank it up.
Here we go. Lay out in the sun. We all need some vitamin D in our
yeah.
world,
Oh, my
especially
God,
here in
yeah.
Michigan, because
Yeah.
everyone's vitamin D deficient at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, lay out in the sun, just absorb some rays, but don't fall asleep. And taking a nap outside while laying out in the sun, not a good combo, but
No.
taking a nap is also a good thing to do.
Ooh, yeah.
Just relax. And then I'll leave you with this one, is craft up some cocktails. Which is what we're going to be doing, right? You can make a boozy lemonade seltzer or what have you.
Yeah.
Or a one-of-a-kind cocktail creation that you made. You know what? Might as well mix it all together.
I enjoy the hell out of that. Like during the school year,
Yeah.
actually, I'll get those like little Home Chef, those like prepackaged things from Kroger, right? I think it's Home Chef. And the little recipes.
Yeah.
It gets my mind off everything else. Colleen's like, why can't you take so long doing that? Following the recipe.
Right.
She's like, oh, you just do this. And I'm like, no. Following the recipe.
All right, so I'm gonna share one more with you then, because
All
if
right.
you like to follow the recipe,
Yeah.
this is gonna blow your mind.
Okay.
Make some experimental hot dogs.
Experimental hot dogs.
Right, but can
Hot
add-
dogs are pretty
because there's
experimental.
There's a place in Pennsylvania. It's called Hot Diggity Dog.
Okay.
Right, and the owners were intent on actually creating the ultimate hot dog atmosphere. So they're adding barbecue sauce, applesauce, strawberries, Swiss cheese. They're just doing things to add to the hot dog itself. So yeah, make an experimental hot dog.
Okay. Hot dogs in and of themselves are pretty experimental, but
You don't have to follow the recipe.
I'm not going to get my COVID shot, but give me a hot dog. Do
With some-
you know what's in either? Really? All right, fair play.
I know what's on the strawberry preserves.
Anyhow, all right. So, but talking about recipes, right?
Yes,
so we got Ugly Dog Distillers,
Right.
right? Or Ugly Dog. I don't even know if they're a distiller. I know they have a whole bunch of vodkas. There's a bacon vodka. Bacon.
We've tried that before.
Not from Ugly. I don't know.
Not
if
from
it was
Ugly Dog.
Dog.
It was Jefferson's, wasn't it?
Yeah, somebody. It was a bacon somebody.
Yeah.
It was we did try a bacon bourbon, a bacon whiskey. Well, this can't be. This is Kentucky bourbon whiskey, S'mores Kentucky bourbon whiskey. So it has to be. I don't know how they get away with saying bourbon on here because you can't put flavors in bourbon.
Right. That's
So-
why I'm curious as to how they created a s'mores flavored bourbon whiskey when you really
Well, it's
can't.
Kentucky bourbon whiskey done Ugly Dog
Excuse me.
way. I don't know. Maybe I should read the label.
Let me look it up.
All right,
Let
so
me
here
look
on the
it up.
label, we all remember the first time we were sitting around a campfire making s'mores, luscious, a taste of roasted marshmallows, chocolate, and graham cracker melted together to create the world's greatest campfire treat. That is true. We thought we should try our hand at making s'mores Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
All right.
That would reflect these great memories. Long, sweet, and forever finish. Our s'mores Kentucky bourbon whiskey complements your entire outdoor experience. Every adventure starts somewhere. Make sure yours includes Ugly Dog at your side and Ugly Dog at your side. I don't think you can call this s'mores flavored Kentucky bourbon whiskey. I don't think you can call it bourbon. I don't know how they got away with this on this label, but this is they come out of Chelsea, Michigan. They're out of Chelsea, Michigan, and I was looking at their Facebook page, and it pops up that they're having a launch party, a s'mores bourbon launch party. Coming up on July 17th, so I think this just launched, right? Because it's July 1st today here, depending on
Right,
in
when
real
you
time
listen.
when we
Yeah.
record it, but you listen wherever, whenever, however. But if you're in the Michigan area, there's a launch party for the s'mores with Ugly Dog, and it's happening up there in Chelsea. And the band that's playing,
Yes.
the Ben Daniels Band.
Really?
Ben Daniels, it's Daniel's son.
Daniel?
I just lost his name. Dumb and Dumber, the theater guy.
Oh, shit. Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels' son. Holy crap.
I
Why is
gotcha.
America the greatest country in the world? It's not. Oh, my God, that's powerful stuff. It used to be. Maybe we can get back to that someday. I don't know. That was a great, do you know that little soliloquy by Jeff Daniels? You know what I'm talking about? From that show?
I think so, and he just kind of went off.
Some girl asks, why is America the best country? And he's like, it's not.
Because he was a media person in that.
Yeah. So we used to be, and he goes through this whole diatribe of horse poop. No, it's actually good. But his son Ben has a band, and he's like a Michigan guy. And he's playing it, but they've played. I do that Michigan State University, MIPA,
Yes,
the Michigan Interscholastic Press Association, the high school camp. And they've played for. They've done like our closing night. They do a little concert for the kids. They've done it a couple times. Good band. Dan is Ben, not Dan. Ben is Ben. Good. It's good stuff, man. Good people. All right, but I was like, I was looking at the s'mores, right, and talking about recipes. I like making recipes. I like making drinks, and I'm like, all right, so maybe I can make this a cocktail because a lot of times we've been doing some cocktails in here.
Correct.
And I'm like, we like to try it neat, and when we do something new, but what about a cocktail? So I'm like, all right, well, let's check it out. And I couldn't find anything to really do with this, but I found this one. Crap, and I just closed the window.
Oh, no.
Mother trucker. All right, here it is. All right, let me open this. All right, I found it back again. All right, so I was looking for a recipe to make like a s'mores cocktail.
Okay.
And I came across s'mores old-fashioned cocktail.
Okay.
For bourbon, and it says for bourbon women. And that makes me a little crazy because the Man Cave Happy Hour, right on the sign, right behind me there. It's a podcast for everybody.
It is.
It has the word man in it, but don't let that put you off. Everybody's welcome. All right, so s'mores old-fashioned cocktail for bourbon women. And it really struck me. I was intrigued by this recipe because it's really complex. It's extraordinarily complex for an old-fashioned. I was gonna do it, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go get some marshmallows. I'm gonna crackers. I'm gonna do this recipe. I'm gonna do it with a regular bourbon. I'm gonna do it with a s'mores bourbon.
Right.
We're gonna see what it's gonna be like. And then I started getting into it, and I'm like, oh, that's way too much work. So as s'mores, yeah, I mean, you think about campfires, and it's like that's a summertime activity. Some people equate it with the fall. But I equate it with summertime for me and my camping habits, right? So s'mores whiskey cocktails. So it's a lot of them. When you find them, they focus on like marshmallow vodka, right? And a lot of them are marshmallow vodka based. But if we're going to do an old fashioned, the person that came up with this, and this comes off of a website called Cocktail Contessa. cocktailcontessa.com.
Okay.
We'll have a link to that in the thing. A lot of them focus on what she found was that they focus on marshmallow vodka, but the person creating this wanted to stay true and stick to whiskey to be a marshmallow to be an old fashioned and add marshmallow flavor to it.
Okay.
And she wanted to do that with marshmallow syrup. Now there are some marshmallow syrup like liqueurs out there,
right?
Available, Torani and Monin. I don't know if I'm saying those right, but they have marshmallow syrups available. You can buy them online, but you want to do it. You want to do it right. You want to make your own homemade marshmallow syrup, and you do that by getting a big old handful of marshmallows. Mm-hmm. And then you take like 12 full-size marshmallows.
Full size, so not the little itty-bitty
No.
ones.
12
the actual Stay Puft one.
That's it, man. Right. That's coming down the street with you.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of the most innocent thing for my childhood.
Ray, what did you do? What did you do, Ray?
So
Mother puss.
So you need toasted marshmallow syrup, and we're gonna go into that in a minute. Cream de cocoa to add that chocolatey flavor to the whiskey. If you could get if you did if you wanted to go down the line of a scotch, a peated scotch to get that smoke flavor in there.
Oh my goodness!
You could do that too. So this is like I said, this was
That's pretty in depth. I like this.
It's an intricate recipe. And there's Bitterman's mole bitters.
Bitters.
And those add earthiness and the earthiness of the chocolates
All right,
to it.
so not the aromatics. You actually use the mole bitters?
It's Bitterman's, mole bitters. Yep. So, and she blends all this together to make this old-fashioned, the s'mores.
Shake it, stir it?
I don't know, s'mores. I didn't really read the whole thing. I'm kind of going through it now.
All right. Hey, we prepared. It's all good.
So, all right. So, how to make the toasted marshmallow syrup, and this is what I found intriguing and kept me reading and not doing.
Okay, fair.
I was like, this is too much. All right. So you get 12 of the marshmallows. You got to toast them, right? So you get them in either over the burner on the stove or a candle or I don't know what, but you need to toast those 12 marshmallows.
Now, there's a lot of different, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's
Light
a lot
toasted.
I would say there's a lot of variations of toasted marshmallows. You got folks that'll stick the marshmallow into the coals and it comes out this black rock, but you're saying lightly toasted. So
well, as far as that goes, it needs to be a little more lightly toasted. All right, so you need those 12 marshmallows, roast them, and then you're going to put them in a saucepan with 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water. It's kind of like making simple syrup.
Yeah.
Tara taught us that last week, making your own simple syrup.
Like
and then she infuses her simple syrups with teas and with honeys and all sort of glorious wonderfulness. The woman is just like the best bartender on the planet. And so that's how you make simple syrup is a 1-to-1.
Yep, a 1-to-1 ratio.
So 1 cup of sugar, 1 cup of water, and then you have your 12 marshmallows.
Oh, my goodness
in there,
gracious.
your 12 toasted marshmallows. And so over a medium heat, you stir everything till it dissolves, right? So now, here's the thing. It's going to be really cloudy, and this is going to make a very cloudy cocktail. Your old-fashioned is going to be very, very cloudy by doing this. But so when you make it at home, it'll be very foamy and very creamy. Once it's dissolved, it'll take about 5 minutes once the heat gets to a simmer. Once it starts to simmer, it'll take about 5 minutes for everything to dissolve. It'll take a little longer for those marshmallows to bust down. So wait till they're dissolved, then remove from the heat, let cool. And then you might want to strain it. And again, you go back to how toasty it is. If it's really light toast, it is. But if you have some brown, crisper embers in it.
Strain it out. Okay.
You want to strain it through a metal strainer.
So you're not chewing.
And if you might want to cool it down in the fridge slightly. The white foam that appears at the top, you don't have to throw that away. It's pure marshmallow flavor. That white, if there's a white foam at the top, and you can use that to throw in your coffee or add on to ice cream or put on some pancakes. You want to skim that off to make the cocktail.
Throw that on your Rice Krispies.
Throw that, put in your coffee. Yummy, yummy. All right, so time to mix up that s'mores old fashioned. So you got the simple syrup, you got the simple marshmallow syrup created, and you're going to combine it with your whiskey and your choice of bitters and a touch of smoke element to give you to make your cocktail. All right, so we have there's other cocktails here to try. Okay, so there you go. So that is it. So, and just like making an old fashioned, so it's 2 parts bourbon, right? And in the little pictures here, there was our favorite, our favorite. That narrows it down, right? One of our select go-tos, Maker's Mark. It had Maker's Mark in here, but if you want to give a smoke element to it, you can do like a peated whiskey to add a little bit more of a smoke to it.
Yeah, you said that.
So it's two parts bourbon, 1 part your simple syrup, so your marshmallow infused simple syrup, and then your bitters. 3 dashes, 5 dashes, 6 dashes, depending on how bitter you like it to be. And then you stir over 1 large rock. So you stir, 20 stirs. 20 stirs, that's what you need to do.
20,
yeah, 20 stirs. Trust me, 20.
Right, 20.
No more, no less.
All right.
And then pour it over a large rock. So you don't want to over dilute it, right? So, because it's got that lovely smoke and sweet in it, so you don't want it to dilute too quickly. So you want to use one of those big rocks, as pure of ice as you can get.
Right.
So there you go. So that is a marshmallow s'mores old-fashioned cocktail. I kind of want to do that. I just didn't have the time to do that, and then dragging the marshmallows down here to the Detroit Shipping Company, and I'm like, screw it.
What's he doing in there?
We'll just talk about it and try this. But I'm curious about this Ugly Dog distiller bottler. What do we know, Matt? Have you been able to find some info about Ugly Dog, folks?
A little bit. Yeah, it is out of Chelsea, Michigan, and this year, 2021. They actually won in San Francisco World Spirits Competition. They were crowned as one of the best bourbon winners.
They were crowned the San Francisco treat.
Put a marshmallow
ding,
on top
ding,
of that.
Ding goes a trolley. I have no idea
So
what
good.
I'm saying.
Anyways, but it won for best flavored whiskey in 2021 out in San Francisco.
Okay.
All right. So
leg's cramping up.
it's actually got some legs under it already.
Okay.
But the process of this was over a year in the making.
Okay.
So they did take their time
year in the
creating. It did take their time in creating something that was unique, and the graham cracker, the chocolate, the marshmallow feel of the whiskey itself. So they did take their time. They weren't in a hurry with it, to be honest with you. From what
So
I'm seeing.
it's Kentucky bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. So it's not a bourbon anymore, right? Because you can't add flavors of bourbon. That's something that we learned.
Right.
It's Kentucky bourbon whiskey base.
Correct.
That has become flavored with s'mores. So it's no longer. I don't know how they got away with that on the label. I'm curious how they.
Well,
The labeling thing is that's
It's
such
so-
a. We've talked about that.
It's so new. There really isn't much online that
Yeah.
I can find as far as.
Well, but I
taste
bought it at
notes.
at Kroger. And I don't know if Kroger's around the country, but it's the big box, one of the big box grocery stores here.
The K. Roger.
Yeah, and you can't. They're not going to sell something. At a party store in Chelsea, it's like, these are the cats down the street.
But Ugly Dog Distillery, they have a Michigan Cherry Kentucky bourbon whiskey. They also
Yeah.
have a salted caramel Kentucky
Yeah.
bourbon whiskey. So they are, and a peanut butter bourbon whiskey as well.
Boo.
They have a peach. Oh God, then there's the s'mores. But it's got it.
They got a crap ton of vodkas too, and they got that bacon vodka.
Yep, and they actually use organic cane sugar in their recipe on this.
Okay.
As well, and of course, the marshmallow graham cracker flavor, and chocolate. So, but there's no real review.
Yeah, there's
that
no
I can
ingredients.
see.
There's no. Like I said, I think it's really, really new because it says they're having a launch party.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah.
In Chelsea.
What's the proof on it?
Sticker is over that. Kroger puts their own little sticker on it so people don't resell their crap. I guess they run into that problem.
Oh, boy.
This has been purchased at Kroger. If you're buying it somewhere else, tell on them. I don't know. I hate it. It's tacky as hell.
70 proof. That's a 70 proof.
All right, is that 70 proof?
Yeah,
I'm trying to peel this little label off.
Actually, I found some more information on this here.
Oh, all right. What do you got?
Just a little bit more, but not much.
I was all excited.
It's a handcrafted aged
then you
Kentucky
pulled it
bourbon, and this is all on. What website am I looking at here? LionDistributors.squarespace.
Okay.
Is where I'm looking at
Oh,
this.
all right.
So, and there's actually more information. Woohoo!
All right, what do we got? What do we got? What else about this?
I'm looking. So, organic cane. We talked about that. That's actually all we already talked about of all of it.
Okay.
There's just nothing out there about this. So I guess
Right, like I said, it's really brand spanking new, but 70 proof. It's under this. I'm trying to peel this little label off.
Yeah,
and it's
70 proof.
pissing me off. All right. So there's that. So I figured, all right,
We've talked about it. Might as well crack it.
that
so.
scene from So I Married an Axe Murderer. How would you like buttermilk pancakes,
Silver dollar pancakes.
silver dollar, and
freshly squeezed
squeezed
orange
orange
juice.
and French toast, crispy bacon, orange juice. Throws down a bowl of dry cereal from. I don't have any of that other stuff. So that whole recipe of a fantastic s'mores old fashioned. I don't have any of that stuff. I got this. So we're going with it. So we're going to this Ugly Dog, and the label caught my eye as I was walking down the thing.
Yeah, it's a cute
Ugly Dog, and it's
setter.
it's a pretty dog actually.
It's an Irish setter, I believe.
Yeah, it's a handsome little pup on that label. But it's Ugly Dog Bottlers. I don't know how much of their own distilling they do. They do infusings. I don't know if they do their own vodkas.
We'll
their
have
vodkas
to reach out to them and
so-
say, hey, we tried your stuff, and we would love to.
Yeah, come. I'd
bring
take a
you on.
little trip to
Bring you the
Chelsea.
man. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 35% alcohol on this.
Yeah,
70.
70 proof.
Look at you with your math.
Well, that's what the onlines were telling me. You take it to the internet.
I
did.
I poured that off, and all right. Let me see what we got here.
Pop.
There it is.
What a brilliant sound.
All right. Smells like candy. All right. There's a little dram for you.
All right.
We're gonna do this.
I'm not gonna nose it yet. I'm gonna.
And
keep it away from me.
I think this might be, doing it neat, just to give it a try.
But Jamie, if they won for best flavored whiskey out in San Francisco,
For the s'mores?
yeah,
Or
for the s'mores.
Oh, right on. Okay.
This was won in the World Spirits competition.
Okay.
It was crowned the best flavored whiskey.
Okay. Right on. Let's
S'mores.
give it a nose. Give it a nose.
Wow.
Total s'mores.
Totally.
Total marshmallow sweet. I smell chocolate.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm trying to get smokiness out of it. I do, but I'm trying to.
I see.
It's more like the burnt marshmallow, not burnt, but the toasted.
Every time
It's like
I got a graham cracker one time. I went back, and then I got chocolate. I went back, and then I got the toasted marshmallow. Wow. Okay.
So yeah, the smoke is coming from the toasted marshmallow for me.
Okay.
Is what I'm getting. I don't know if I'm getting another smoke besides that.
Yeah, and all the I was actually reading on GoBourbon.com is where they won best flavored
All right.
whiskey.
All right.
So, they call it a whiskey, so they must be doing something with the staves, and if it's called a bourbon whiskey,
I'd like to know their process on
Yeah.
this. Yeah, we get them on as good. I just saw the debut. This is a fun summer thing to do. It's like if we can't go camping because I can't get a damn reservation because everybody else in the world is camping and was smarter than me and
might as well
booked early.
Might as well go to Chelsea and camp out in their front yard.
Yeah. All right. I'm
diving
Diving in.
That is very unique. That is very different. There's not a lot of warmth because it's a 70 proof,
Yeah.
but there is a lot of flavor in there.
There's a lot of flavor. I don't get a lot of whiskey or bourbon out of it.
Neither do I.
I get a lot of campfire. No, now who was High West?
Yes.
That's one, that High West campfire.
Oh,
remember
yeah.
having
my
that?
Goodness gracious,
That
that is
is-
smoky.
For that old fashioned,
Yeah.
the s'mores old fashioned. That would be a good whiskey to use
that was
for that.
That was a smoky treat.
But
Absolutely.
but that still had very much a whiskey profile to it.
Huh.
That High West. This is just candy to me.
Yeah.
This is it was only one sip, so
But yeah, when it rested.
try me after my third. Hang on, we're gonna keep working.
All right, go for it. But I say after my first, it just kind of rusted on the back of my tongue, and as it coated my throat, I continued to get chocolate. I got more chocolate out of that first go round. See what do I get this next time?
I'm getting it's like stuck on my mustache and on my lips, and
There's
I lick it off of that, and it's very chocolatey.
Yeah, I'd say
there.
it's chocolate forward. But that second time, I got the marshmallow up front, but then the chocolate on the back end.
It smells like marshmallows, tastes like chocolate.
Yeah. It's unique in a very nice way.
I met a girl like that once.
Really?
No,
What was her name?
I don't know. It just sounded dirty. I'm 12. Can I turn anything into a sophomoric joke?
No.
I can. Yes. Watch me do. This is exactly how I do.
This is very fun. I actually enjoy this. This would be actually a lot of fun.
It's very sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Oh, I got marshmallow that time.
Yeah. This would be fun just to have around the campfire.
Yes. Well, maybe one. I don't know. I don't know how many. So I'm throwing a bunch of ice in here. I'm gonna pour a little bit more over ice.
Yeah.
And I'm curious if you frapped it.
Okay.
Here's your cup of ice. I don't want to stick my hand in your
No,
cup
you're
of
good.
ice.
I got you.
I was scratching my testicles earlier. All right. So I'm curious if you had like crushed ice or pureed this in a blender with ice and turned it into like a frappe kind of dealio. Oh,
Would you
I'm like,
Nick, can I have some more,
There
sir?
you go. There's the dog. You haven't looked at the bottle, so there you go. Yeah, I've been high. I hid, and that's the thing. I didn't tell Matt. All I did was put the title on the podcast episode, and it said "Whiskey S'mores."
And I sent you a message. I'm like, whiskey s'mores?
And I said,
huh?
"Strap in, baby."
Can I have some more, sir?
And actually, when I Googled and I came up with all those recipes, I was looking for that, and I didn't go Ugly Dog first. I just went with s'mores bourbon whiskey, and it wasn't coming up anywhere. I was getting all these recipes, and then I just went to the Ugly Dog and got some information there. But I was just
This is
over ice.
Over ice.
Oh, a lot sweeter.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely
on the ice.
I get that sugar cane.
Sugar.
Yeah.
Sugar, marshmallow. Yeah, I'm getting it's even more sugary than marshmallows. It's almost a sweet chocolate.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of a Rice Krispie treat with chocolate on the back end.
Rice Krispie treat done with Cocoa Krispies.
Bam, that spot the on right
Boom!
there.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Out of the park. Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Wow,
Wow.
buddy.
Again, super sweet.
Yeah.
You're not going to be pounding these all night.
Oh no, because you'll wake up with a with an issue the next day because this is super sweet. It really is sweet.
Yeah, it's only 35%. I wonder what but there's no like ingredients or other breakdowns on here.
But again, I want to understand that process.
The bottle's
how they
already
got the,
sticky. That's what you
Yeah. But they call it a bourbon whiskey, so they must do something with the staves and
it starts with bourbon. Yeah, I'm curious. It starts with bourbon whiskey, and then they infuse with bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. So is
that what it says on the bottle?
Yeah, it says Kentucky bourbon whiskey with natural flavors.
Okay.
So it starts as a Kentucky bourbon whiskey.
All right.
And they add natural flavors to it, which makes it no longer.
But they took their time on this
bourbon.
Yeah, it's actually. Thank you for the sweet treat.
Yeah, I thought that'd be fun.
Yeah, appreciate that. Now it's going to take you a while to get through the rest of that.
Little summertime shenanigans. Yeah, give it to Colin.
There it is.
Yeah.
He'll get through it. All right, so one more thing to do if you have no one to be with on the 4th of July?
Yeah, what's something else to do if you got nobody to be with? If you're flying solo on the 4th?
Hold on, I'll tell you. There it is. I'm just pulling it back up. One more thing. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, no, not that. You can't do that. Can't do that either.
Well, I do that every day.
I'm sorry. My bad here.
Sometimes by myself.
Hold on. Almost there. I'm sorry. The internets are not behaving.
Brush my teeth. What are you talking about? What were you thinking? I meant.
Do you have a grill?
I do have a grill.
You have a big grill.
I have a fair size grill.
Some folks, if they're single, they have an apartment, they may have never gone out and got that big grill. What do you think they have in their home? Break out the George Foreman, baby. Here we go.
Oh, grilling on the Foreman.
Grill it on the Foreman. Absolutely. You know what? Try to get crafty with it.
I like it. I like it.
I was saving that one.
There you go. All right. So there you go. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you for joining us on our journey that is the Man Cave Happy Hour. Always welcome to join us on the line.
Yeah.
We sometimes post where we're going to be, so you can join us. You can come crash that party. We don't mind. We've had people do that. So
yeah, absolutely.
It's
people
actually
knock on the door.
It's fun and amusing when people actually take us up on that.
Yeah.
Detroit Shipping Company, Podcast Detroit Studios. Southfield Studios launching shortly. If you'd like to make some noise,
if you want to podcast your voice,
we'd like to help you podcast your voice.
Yeah.
Reach out. Give us a reach around, and we will help you.
You're on your own on that one, buddy. You'll break your arm doing it, but you're on your own.
Yeah. So, all right. That's all we got. The funny merchandise. things to wear that are funny.
Wearingfunny.com.
Wearingfunny.com.
Yeah.
Because our new studios are right on the lodge.
Yes, they are.
So we get done doing a podcast and we jump out and we do donuts on the lodge. It's a tradition.
And you can get that on a T-shirt.
Get on the lodge with it.
Yeah.
There you are. Yeah.
What else?
Cheers and love you.
We got. I love you too, bud. We got a lot of great things coming up. So stick around.
All right.
See ya.
Cheers.